Thank you. I reached 100 subscribers and I have my customized URL. So exciting. All right, April 5th, The Courage of the Seed. This is from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. All the buried seeds crack open in the dark. The instant they surrender to a process they can't see. What a powerful lesson in the beginning of spring. All around us, everything small and buried surrenders to a process that none of the buried parts can see. And this innate surrender allows everything edible and fragrant to break ground into a life of light that we call spring. In nature, we are quietly given countless models of how to give ourselves over to what appears dark and hopeless, but which ultimately is an awakening that is beyond all imagining. This moving through the dark into blossom is the threshold to God. As a seed buried in the earth cannot imagine itself as an orchid, or hyacinth, I don't know how to say it correctly, neither can a heart packed with hurt imagine itself loved or at peace. The courage of the seed is that once cracking, it cracks all the way. This is a walking meditation. Find and watch some buds barely breaking ground. Meditate on their unseen beginnings underground. Breathe slowly and let your breath draw whatever is budding in you to the surface of your life. And what a wonderful idea, walking meditation. In fact, I did it. I didn't bring my headphones. I brought my phone, and Ferdo and I walked the long way. He didn't want to do it at first. It's amazing how dogs know their routine. And I tried taking him the other way, a different way, and he was just dragging me. And no, gentle nudges to the nice long walk, and it was lovely. And I didn't have my phone, and I wasn't listening to, well, I did have a phone call with my mom at first, so I have to tell him myself. But after that, the whole way was just quiet, and I was looking, and in Chicago right now, the trees are budding, and there's little, berries on the trees that are popping up, and I don't even know if they're berries, but they're buds, whatever they are. So what I was thinking, and I was talking to a friend of mine about it earlier, is that the earth doesn't know that this pandemic is happening. The robins are just doing what robins do in April, and the trees are doing what they do, and they're just surviving, and they're thriving, and they're breaking through the winter, right? The winter of ages. It always happens, right? It comes every single year. Just, it's that comforting piece to me that the sun will always rise. Every day the sun rises, and every day the sun sets and the moon comes out. We might not see it, but it's always there. And this whole idea of trusting, and when I was finally broken to the point where I had to surrender and change my life, make a change. I was broken open, and I made a change, and I was scared to death, but I did it anyways through faith. That surrender and that trust in something. And at the time, I didn't call it God or higher power. At the time, I just called it gift of desperation, is what I hear a lot in my program, is called the gift of desperation, GOD. Or, anyways, that part of my life and that unraveling of myself allowed me to turn into a person that I never even knew that I could be. It allowed my heart to have a peace that I never knew even existed before. I did that because I was always so busy trying to be happy, and I didn't realize that trying was the problem. I didn't realize that working so hard was part of the issue. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening to all of us right now, all at once in the whole wide world. And it's a little freaky, and it's a little scary when we think about the financial piece. And I remember when I was newly in recovery, one of the tenets is made a decision to give my will and my life over to the care of God as I understood Him, slash higher power, slash whatever. And when I did that, and the whole concept of that was so foreign to me, and I was almost, well, I was so scared of the tangible pieces, the financial pieces, and all that stuff. But however, when I did that, when I did surrender myself to the process, everything changed. So I'm wondering what's going to happen, what this is all going to look like when everything is said and done. What I know is that there has been evidence in my life of drastic change when I have trusted the process. So I'm not going to stop that right now just because this situation on a worldwide level seems epically devastating. I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust. And it might be 1 minute at a time, and I might have to reel myself back in because fear does creep in. But I want to be. I'm going to allow myself to be a seed that's breaking through the earth. That's where the lotus is so powerful. That there's lots of references to the lotus and the lotus flower because it grows through the mud and it's beautiful. So anyhow, that's my thoughts on that reading. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. 100 subscribers. I got to change my URL. So yay, exciting times. I will be back again tomorrow. I am reading from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. I am so grateful you're here. Come again tomorrow. Subscribe, share the love. We all need it right now. We all need this man's wisdom that wrote this book because it is surely helping me. I hope it helps you as much as it helps me showing up and doing it every day. So be well, be kind to yourself and others. Namaste.